Hey guys, so today I'm filming my Throwback Thursday for September 2013. If you have not seen this video from me before, I will have my playlist linked down below. And basically, I will be reviewing the products that I mentioned in a favorites video 2 years ago, let you know if they are still favorites today or if I have found something I like better. My inspiration for this series was Kristen Game. I will have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original favorites video, and I will list and link all the items that I mentioned. So this video is going to be a little bit longer than most of my Throwback Thursdays because I had a lot more products in my favorites video. This was the month after my birthday, so I had a lot of new fun things to play with, and I seem to have fallen in love with most of them. So my first product was the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I had been loving to use this to apply my foundation. So this was my holy grail foundation brush up until 3 or 4 months ago when I tried the RC Cosmetics Angled Flat Top Kabuki. Now that one is my favorite for foundation, but I do still love this brush. Now the size is a lot smaller than most foundation brushes, but I actually like that because I can get around the sides of my nose, my eyebrows, my temples. So I really do like the size of this, and it is very, very densely packed, so I find that it makes my foundation go on with fuller coverage, which I love. You guys know I'm all about that full coverage. So this is a really, really incredible foundation brush, and I also like this to apply cream bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks. The Real Techniques brushes are very versatile for cream or powder, which is why I really love them. So this is still an amazing brush, and I do recommend you guys pick this up for foundation. And my next favorite was the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Brightener. I didn't realize that this month, 2 years ago, is when I very first tried and fell in love with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I have been using this ever since. I believe this was in my 2013 yearly favorites. This is a great product. I absolutely love the formula. It is very thin but still gives light medium coverage, and I love the sponge. It is supposed to be antimicrobial, so you don't need to worry about bacteria in it, but if it does still gross you out, you can take it off. But I love the sponge for applying the product. And because of the sponge, this is my favorite under eye concealer. Unfortunately, none of the shades work for me. The Brightener definitely shows up too pink on me. It works okay under my eyes, but if I try to use it down the center of my face, especially my forehead, it really just throws off the undertone of my makeup, so I don't like that. The neutralizer is yellow tone, but it's too dark for me. The fair shade matches my skin tone perfectly, so it doesn't actually highlight. So I am not going to be repurchasing this for a while, and I'm going to be testing out some other under eye concealers. Then to set that Brightener, I was using the Nye Cameo Powder, which is very fair with a pinky undertone. So this combination was like very, very pink undertone, but the formula of this powder is awesome. It does give some nice coverage. It really does help to brighten under my eyes, and the Nye Banana Powder is very, very popular. That is a yellow tone that would work better for people with medium skin tone, but if you are fair, Cameo is a fantastic powder, and I was applying it with my Real Techniques setting brush. And since then, I have made this be my go-to highlighting brush for my cheekbones, and my go-to under eye setting brush would be the e.l.f. small tapered brush. I just feel like this gets more product and it sets the area faster because it is bigger than the Real Techniques brush. But either one of these work great to set the under eyes, and I really do like this powder. I haven't used it in a while, but I'm definitely going to get back to it once I finish up a couple powders that I'm working on right now, but it is a really, really nice formula. My next favorite is a blush brush. This is the Sigma F15 Duo Fiber Blush Brush. This is holy grail status to me. I did not realize how many holy grail products are in this video, which is really, really exciting. But so this is my go-to brush for any of my blushes that are really packed with pigment. I would not recommend that you guys use an angled blush brush because you will get clown cheeks. This brush is perfect for super pigmented blushes, which is most of what I own. I really like blushes that are in your face with pigment. I don't really like to build up my blush, so this brush works perfectly for most of my blushes. Definitely recommend this. Like I said, it is holy grail to me. And there were 3 blushes that I had been using during this month in 2013. The first was theBalm Down Boy, which is a really great matte pink blush, and this is actually a neutral undertone. If you pair it with something warm, it looks cool, and if you pair it with something cool, it looks warm. So I find this to be a very versatile light pink. I absolutely love this. Very, very pigmented blush, so I would recommend using this Sigma brush with it. I absolutely love all of the blushes from theBalm, and this one is no exception. Then I had two MAC blush favorites. I had Melba, which is a matte finish, and Fleur Power, which is a satin finish. But honestly, if you swatch them side by side, the formula and the finish both look matte. But these are such gorgeous colors. A beautiful peach shade with a slight pink tone to it, and a really beautiful pinky coral. These shades are super, super pigmented, so definitely, again, you need this brush or something similar to it so you will get the perfect amount of blush on your cheeks. This is really when I fell in love with MAC blush. You guys know that I have a lot in my collection that are my holy grail favorite blushes. If I could only have blushes from one brand, I would probably pick MAC. So these two are no exceptions. These are amazing blushes from their permanent line that flatter a lot of skin tones. Definitely need these in your life. My next favorite was a brush. This is the Sigma E40 Tapered Blending Brush. And in that video 2 years ago, I had been using this to contour the sides of my nose, and it worked really, really well for that. I have not bothered with contouring my nose in years because sometimes it can still look pretty harsh, but this brush does work nicely for that. But I currently use this brush to apply my transition shade on my eyes, which I love. So I definitely recommend this brush. Sigma brushes are really, really great in general. I find them to be very great quality, and they do have some brush styles that are dupes for MAC brushes, and they do have some types of brushes that I feel are very unique to the brand. Then I have another Sigma brush. This was the F05 Small Contour. This is what I have used basically every single day since that video to contour my cheekbones. It works perfectly. Before this, I was using the Real Techniques contour brush, which also works really nicely, but that one is smaller, and I feel like because of the size and shape of this contour brush, it applies the product and blends it out. I don't feel like I really need another brush unless I go in with an extra heavy hand. And speaking of contouring, I did have a favorite in that video, and that would be the Sleek Contour Kit in Light. I do believe this was in my Best of Beauty 2013. This is my absolute favorite contour for the summertime. It has a warm undertone to it, but it does not look orange on my fair skin tone, which is extremely hard to find because most warm tone bronzers look very orange on fair people. So the formula of this is very pigmented, smooth, blendable. I do not use the highlight in here basically ever. The Sleek Contour Kit comes in a light, medium, and deep shade. If you are someone with deep skin, you need the Sleek Contour Kit. I know that unfortunately not a lot of brands have bronzers and contours that flatter people of deeper skin tones, but Sleek has got your back. My last face product was my MAC Fix Plus spray. I am all the way down to here. I haven't used this product in forever, but in that video I mentioned that I was applying this on my face after I had set my face with powder to make sure that I wouldn't look overly powdery or cakey, and that is what I had used this for. You can also use this to wet your eyeshadow brush to make your shadows look foiled, which I don't know if I've ever done. I always just use this as a spray on my face. This is a really, really great product, but it is not a necessity for me. My next favorite was my MAC eyeshadow in Omega, and I was using this as a brow powder, which I definitely recommend using some of the matte MAC eyeshadows as brow powders because they are really pigmented without being overly pigmented. You don't have to really worry about applying too much crazy color, but this is a really great cool undertone light shade that works perfectly for blonde eyebrows. My next favorite was the MAC 239 shader brush, and this is an extremely expensive eyeshadow brush, but I do believe it is worth the money. I used to use the e.l.f. eyelid brush, and this is a little bit more stiff than that one, and I find that it really helps pack color onto my lid. I definitely recommend you guys purchase this if you are looking to splurge on an amazing eyeshadow brush that will last you forever. And my last eye product favorite would be 3 MAC shadows. We have Coppering, which is a satin finish, Soft Brown, which is a matte finish, and Brown Script, which is a matte squared. The difference between matte and matte squared is that matte squared is a little bit of a creamier formula, whereas the regular mattes can be a little bit dry, but I find Soft Brown has a really nice formula. So all of these 3 shadows are insanely beautiful warm tone shades that I love reaching for in the fall time. Coppering is a stunning lid shade. I will link my tutorial for you guys right up here. And I have a tutorial using soft brown and brown script with MAC's Woodwinked, which I will link up here. I love soft brown as a transition shade and brown script as a crease color. Soft brown can be a little bit orangey on my fair skin, so I just make sure not to apply too much, but I love all of those shadows and highly, highly recommend them. Those colors and formulas are very, very high quality. And then I had one lip combo favorite of the month. The lipstick part of the combo was the Buxom Big and Healthy lipstick in the shade Sydney, which is a peachy nude color. And the lip gloss I had put over top of this was the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Poppy, which was a beautiful poppy peach shade. But that was part of the limited edition lip gloss set from a couple years ago, and I have thrown that out because I had it for way too long. But I really love the Buxom lip gloss formula a ton. It is my favorite high-end lip gloss, and I have not used this Buxom lipstick in forever. I definitely need to pull it back out because the color and formula is really, really nice. So the Buxom lipsticks are not holy grail to me, obviously, because I haven't hardly used this one, but they are still nice quality. And my last favorite was a nail polish combination using Zoya's Bevin and the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant in the shade Always Naked. I was using the CoverGirl as an accent nail on my middle and ring finger, and I was using Zoya Bevin on all of my other nails. This is still a holy grail combination of mine. I love using these colors as my go-to fall manicure. The formula of both of these shades are extremely opaque and long-lasting. I absolutely love Zoya brand. I have tried a ton of polishes from them and have fallen in love with basically all of them. Their cream formula is one of my favorites. So definitely this polish combo is still a favorite of mine, and I would consider it to be holy grail. So guys, that was my Throwback Thursday for September 2013. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have tried any of these products, please let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.